Welcome back to another Fairy Tail Fierce Fight video, and today we are going to be talking about the ORACION Seis and how you guys can complete this game mode, or at least complete different stages of the game mode. So there are multiple bosses that you can take on. You have Hot Eye, you have Cobra, you have Racer, and you have Brain. And for each of these characters, they have different gimmicks, different things that you need to figure out. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys Cobra, and then in separate videos, I will be showing you Hot Eye, Racer, and Brain. So first, let's talk about how the ORACION Seis event works. So when you go into it, you'll see three different modes. You'll see normal, you'll see hard, and you'll see extreme. Extreme has different difficulties here. You got 1, 2, 3, so on, all the way up to 15, all the way up to 20. Like, it goes a long ways. But the thing is, you can't just do one character. I can't just fight Cobra all the time and get it up to 20 because of a thing called willpower. So if I go into enter here, you'll see that suggested willpower is 20. My current willpower is 20. So I should be able to take on Cobra here, no problem. If my willpower was higher than the suggested, I would do extra damage to him. If my willpower was lower, I would do less damage to him and I wouldn't be able to beat him, right? So just keep that in mind. Willpower, when you guys are taking on these stages for the ORACION Seis, it does matter. Now, where do you get willpower? You get it by completing these stages. As you complete those stages, you will increase your alliance level, and as you increase your alliance level, you can see you get different amounts of willpower added, and that is going to allow you to take on higher difficulties of extreme. So like right now, if I go to Hot Eye, you can see that I am on Extreme 5. It has a suggested willpower of 50. My current willpower is 20. I do like no damage to this boss, so I cannot beat him currently until I get my alliance level higher. And so in order to do that, to be able to take on the higher level of Hot Eye, I have to go fight these other characters, right? So today we're going to take on Cobra and we're going to go into the battle here. So now besides that, there's actually more to it. I love how much like depth there is to it. It's actually really cool. So this wizard, Cobra, is immune to physical attacks. So physical wizards are any wizard that has the red right here. Okay, that means you can use magic wizards. So any wizard who is blue, Guild Arts, Urza, Juvia, I can use these characters here to beat Cobra because they are magic attack characters. So I'm actually going to, who do I want to deploy? Let's go ahead and do Urza as our main. We'll do Guild Arts as our second. And let's do Wendy here because she's got the healing, right? So I like Wendy for the healing over Juvia. Actually, I need to get Wendy a little bit higher, get her get her to SSR status and stuff like that. So still working on that, but she's in a pretty decent place, as you can see with her stars. But anyways, we're going to take this on and I'll show you guys how it goes. I am going to do this on auto because I'm not that worried about it, but we should do normal damage. Like, as you see, we just took 2 health bars right there with Urza. Urza's freaking nuts, right? I'm not doing much of nothing. So this is pretty straightforward. Guild Arts, we want to just avoid those attacks. It puts a red line on the ground when he's about to do them, right? So just avoid them if you can. And then he's going to do this right here. We're going to back away from him just a little bit. If we can, we want to get away from that, right? Just don't, and keep moving. And you can do some autos in here if you have a ranged character. Lagging a little bit right there. That was unfortunate. But yeah, it's not a big deal. If you have a ranged character, do some autos while you're running so you can avoid the poison, but it's really not all that difficult. We'll throw a Wendy in here. You do want to avoid those red lines. Just kind of pay attention for the red lines, and that's all there really is to this. It's not super complicated, right? All right, and you can see. This is why we brought Wendy along for the ranged autos. The ranged autos are pretty nice. And you can see this is not very hard when your willpower is at the right level. But when your willpower is lower, trust me, this is significantly way harder, okay? So you want to make sure you get your alliance level up, get your willpower up, make sure you're using the right mages, whether it says magic mages or physical attack mages. And then last but not least, the other thing to take into consideration is because I use Guild Arts, Urza, and Wendy right here, I will not be able to use them again until the reset. Whether I take on Brain, whether I take on Racer, or whether I take on Hot Eye, I cannot use these mages again until reset. So keep that in mind when you guys are taking on ORACION Seis. I'll show you guys what I mean really quickly before we end off this video. So let's say I wanted to take on the next extreme difficulty of Extreme 4, and I'm like, I want to use those same characters. Well, notice they are no longer there for me to choose. They are grayed out here at the bottom because I can no longer use them. So keep that in mind, but I should be able to beat Extreme 4 because my willpower is high enough, and I do have other units that I can use. So that, in a nutshell, is basically how you beat Cobra and how the ORACION Seis event works. We are still waiting on Midnight and Angel to come out for the ORACION Seis. It says stay tuned, so eventually they'll come out. They're not locked for a reason as far as I know, other than they just haven't put them out yet, so keep that in mind. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments, and if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, and hitting that subscribe button, and I will be putting up videos on the other characters here soon. Peace!